So we just finished the chapter on the derivative, which pretty much was more on limits and continuity and looking at graphs. And you were going to have a MyMathLab exam this weekend. It will be open up starting on Friday in the morning. And that for us is March. Sorry, I have to do calculations. 5th. So March 5th through the 7th, your MyMathLab test will be open on MyMathLab, and you're going to get into there and you have 3 attempts to take it. When you get into the exam, you want to make sure that you have plenty of time to take the exam. I'm going to make it about an hour and a half long. You'll be timed, so you'll see the timer up. And once you're done with the exam, you'll get your grade. If you like that grade, then you're going to submit the written work. So as you're going through the exam on MyMathLab, you're writing up how you got your solutions, unless it was at a graph of limits where you could just look at the graph and tell what the limit was. If the limit didn't exist, though, you would have to kind of show why it didn't exist. Maybe the left-hand side was equal to some number, the right-hand side was equal to a different number, and then because they weren't the same value, it didn't exist. So you're going to write up that work, and then there is going to be a homework assignment on Canvas, and that will be explaining all the details I just kind of went through with you. And you're going to upload your written work to that assignment. And when you upload it, it has to be a single PDF file. And so if you don't know how to create a single PDF file of written work, then you want to Google it or look it up on the internet. There's so many apps out there that can help you do that. And you can most people will take pictures from their phone and then convert that to a PDF with some app. So just kind of going over what to look forward to this weekend and what you have in store for you. And so just one other thing, these exams on MyMathLab, you cannot get into them after the due date to, up the score like you can do with your normal homework. The other thing is, what else was I going to say? Oh, so the other thing was that the end of the chapter tests, you'll have, I think, 3 or 4 of those. I forget how many chapters we go over, but you'll have 3 or 4 of those. And at the end of the semester, I'll average the scores of all of those. And that's going to be weighted like one of your in-class exams. You'll have 2 of those throughout the semester. And then you'll have your cumulative final exam in class. When I mean in class, through Zoom live. Your first test, and I'll post this, is going to be the week Tuesday before spring break. Let me pull that date up real quick. So that date for the first in-class test, and I'll post this again on Canvas, is March 23rd, which would be Tuesday. Oh, sorry, actually that's not correct. It would be March 30th. It's going to be the week before our spring break. Actually, I don't know now. Hold on, spring break. It's 3/27. Nope, I was correct the first time. March 23rd. So that Tuesday, it will be, one session will be during this time that we do live recordings for Zoom. So 10 a.m. to 11:50. I'll have another session in the afternoon from 1 to 2:50. And then I'll have an evening session. I think I'll start maybe at 6. So 6 to 7:50, where you'll choose one of those times to come in and take that test. And that test will cover everything that we pretty much went through from the beginning of the class to the week before. And I'll remind you what will be on there.
Professor?
Yeah.
I have a question.